you okay? Because you seem a little manic.
I'm worried about it.
So am I, which is why I tried to get him on my show. We're saying the same thing.
We are not saying the same thing! We are not saying the same thing! If I don't do this, I don't live! I have to do this to fucking live! Don't fucking laugh at me! My whole life! My whole fucking life! I need to do this for you now! Now!
Chosen one! It was said that you would destroy this sin, not join them! Bring balance to the force, not leave it in darkness! I have failed you, Anakin! I have failed you! I should have known the Jedi were plotting to take over! Anakin, Chancellor Palpatine is evil! My point of view, the Jedi are evil! Well, then you are lost!
Maybe Mom's like, you've changed.
Liar!
Or have you become?
Fuck this piece of shit, I'm done. You hear me? Put my life on the line, my fucking life.
Baby, I hate seeing you like this.
Fuck family, fuck loyalty. It costs them a dime, you're a fucking pariah. I gave that fuck pieces of my soul, Adriana. You know what he said to me? He said I should have a fucking drink.
B flat.
You know I could take him out in a second, that fat fuck. Bang!
For 6 months, I couldn't sleep. With insomnia, nothing's real. Everything's far away. Everything's a copy of a copy of a copy. When you have insomnia, you're never really asleep, and you're never really awake. People are always asking me if I know Tyler Durden. That old saying, how you always hurt the one you love? Well, it works both ways. And this is how I met Tyler Durden.
Welcome to Fight Club. The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. The second rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
I will just fucking kill myself. I've been so fucking depressed.
Is there something else bothering you, Anthony?
That's not enough.
Believe me, in your childhood, she's inflicted serious psychic injuries that are still there. What the hell was going on there? Rage, Anthony, is a big, loud, flaming self-distraction from feelings that are even more frightening.
What feelings might those be?
Sadness.
Obviously, I'm prone to depression. I don't know who the fuck I'm angry at. I'm just angry.
Rage. Let's talk about that.
Why?
Depression is rage turned inward. Where does it come from, this insatiable anger?
Champion mentality. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to the light that I have. Entering hell blindly with no promise of what's on the other end is one thing, but getting to paradise and then choosing to turn back around into hell, that's insanity.
I think Jade used drugs to push away all the bad thoughts, but it did the opposite for me. All I could think about were the bad thoughts, the things that could go wrong, the people I could lose, and the 1,000,001 reasons why I'm not good enough.
They weren't paying any attention to you, Jason. Make them remember. This is your home, Jason. Protect it.
I hated myself, but I understood something. I understood that nobody was coming to fucking save me. And that was the hardest pill to swallow, because I would say to my therapist all the time, what do you do when you know no one's coming to save you, but you're unable to save yourself? The only person who can change the circumstances in your life is you.
Lesson learned, people, is be nice to everyone. You know, no matter what they look like, no matter how they're dressed, no matter, you know, it doesn't matter. Treat everyone equally and, you know, be nice to everyone. There's no reason ever be unfriendly to anyone. no matter how they look, how they act, how they walk, how they talk. You know, never judge a book by its cover. The more you put into any...
Give up on always expecting it, always mistaking it, and even hoping for it. Someone who's been alone for so long doesn't fall for the same trick twice. I'm a veteran. I'm the best there is when it comes to losing.
Look at me! There's nothing in my heart. I don't feel pain any longer. There's no need to feel guilty, Kakashi. This hole was opened up by this world of hell.
You ugly bastard. You're getting old. Old and kinda sad. No wonder they all leave you. You sour-faced idiot. You ain't fooling no one.
I just wonder, can people really change? Do you think I can be reborn?
But when he stood before the thorns of the oak tree, he realized the truth, that a maiden's true purpose is to burn the thorns for the one who would become Elden Lord. And whether it was born of love or duty, Vike refused to burn his maiden. But when Vike returned, his maiden was dead. We only know of one other who was clasped in such a manner. His name was Vike, the Dragon Spear.
I didn't want to die. It was just that I didn't want to feel the pain anymore. And living was harder than not being awake. Living was harder than not being awake. Those thoughts, those words just kept resonating over and over again. Living was harder than not being awake. And suddenly, these words came to me. It hurts too much to live.
If you hadn't been bit, your Peter Parker would have lived.
Instead, he died, saving you.
The spider that gave you your powers wasn't from your dimension. You're a mistake. It was never supposed to bite you. You're just a kid who has no idea what he's doing. You're not supposed to be Spider-Man. You're the original anomaly. He would have stopped the collider before it ever went off. Spot wouldn't exist, and none of this would have happened.
You ran off into the bushes, mate. I saw a light fall out the sky. I'm chasing it. Aren't we all chasing the light, mate? Looking everywhere to find it. Everywhere but within. Just do good things and good things will happen to you, mate. So how do I do it? How do I turn my dreams into reality? What's the first thing anyone does before they start their day? You wake up.
And I began to hate your softness, your viscera, your fluids, and your flexibility. And you 5R, and you will not die of it. That I promise, and I promise.
You're a freak! What's wrong with you, Wakana?
Am I hallucinating? Is she going out with that loser? Shut up, you're right, can you imagine? I don't want to.
Staying after her to do this on my own is pretty rough. But it'd be worse if someone else were here. Then I'd have to fumble through a conversation. I can tell people don't know what to do with me. If those guys had stayed, I would have just made them uncomfortable. That's why it's best for me to do this alone. I have no common interests with anyone here.
What's up, man?
If people found out what I do, they would either laugh at me or hate me, so I stay quiet. Maybe it would be better if I wasn't here at all.
Thorfinn. Tell me, have you fought before? In war?